don't think I was concerned about having a gown custom designed. I think I was unaware of the process. So it's not something that I'd been through before. I'd never had anything custom made. So from the get-go, I was unsure of what I needed to know or what sort of information I needed to come armed with in order to get the right result. It's easy to tell you why I decided to work with you, Sal. From the moment I made contact, I felt like you were so warm and inviting. It's quite a daunting process when you haven't been through it before. So your wedding gown is obviously something of huge importance to a bride-to-be. So for me, I just felt like you made me feel really comfortable, and you're obviously very passionate about what you do. I'd seen your work through friends of mine whose gowns you'd made previously, and it was a bit of a no-brainer once we'd met in particular. I loved my fittings. I loved coming to your beautiful studio. It always felt like you were going into a home rather than a business. And I think that was really inviting. I felt really comfortable. I loved trying on my gown and seeing it transform along the way. And also that you made me feel as though I could ask any question that I might have had, no matter how big or small or how silly it may have been. Yeah, I certainly felt very welcome and nurtured throughout the process. I also absolutely adore my hand sketch of my gown. It's something that's really dear to me. I, of course, have lots of wonderful footage and photos of our special day, but to have my gown drawn by you and somebody who shared my vision is really, really important. So it has pride of place on my mantle at home.
Your mum was so cute with your dress. She just wanted to add
some bling.
And it was just so lovely. And to have her say, "You sure you don't want?" And you were like, "No,
at
I'm
every
good.
fitting.
I know what I'd like." And it was gorgeous. You know, it didn't need any bling. You're just so radiant.
Oh, thank you.
That in your gown, it's beautiful.
It was very simple, but it was very me. And I had so many compliments and comments about it before and during and after the day. I think I felt great in it, and everybody could see that. So I didn't need the bells and whistles. It was just me.
And I must say, I loved too with your fittings process that you brought different people with you each time.
Yeah.
And so one time we had your nanas.
Yes.
And another time it was your mum and your sister.
Yeah.
And I loved it. We had your 5 bridesmaids at one point.
My crazy bridesmaids.
And that was quite a long way down the track,
yeah.
wasn't it? And so we got you dressed in the fitting room. It wasn't finished, but it was getting close to being finished.
Yeah.
And you walked out and they just went, "Oh, you look like a supermodel." And it was just beautiful.
Makes me emotional thinking about it.
It's so lovely.
Yeah, it was really special. And it was so special to be able to involve them in the process as well, I think. And, you know, taking photos along the way and being able to look at those between our fittings as well, it would just get me even more excited to see what was next. I loved it. There are no complaints from me. I felt like everything was wonderful. Something that's not your fault and nobody's is probably just the distance. And I live 40 minutes the other side of Melbourne, so that's certainly nothing to do with you or your process. It was wonderful, really. I couldn't fault it. I would recommend you to everybody. I'm a big fan. I think girls who have an idea of who they are and their style and not quite sure whether or not they would fit the cookie cutter mould that you might find off the rack. And regardless of their style, I think that you're so knowledgeable and passionate about your craft that you can bring that to life. I think that anybody who's out there interested in exploring what can be done should go and see you. I love it. I absolutely love it.